Greetings, YouTube. I can count on one hand or less the amount of times that I've said something is huge news in the description of a video. And yet, that is where we stand right now with this video. Ever since I started my Mcoc YouTube channel about 5 years ago, I have constantly leaned on the information, the infographics, the usability of Mcoc Trucos. Now, I always thought there were at least a couple of people on this team. I never realized it was one person doing everything. I guess I should have. But this post really reinforces that. Now, this news isn't going to come as a total surprise to those of you who reached out to me. I did not do a video on this because I did not think it would be appropriate. But given how it may have led or contributed to the news at hand, it's worth discussing. But I believe, in my perspective, this person made an extremely poor choice to make a just unnecessary and ill-advised joke about Pride Month when the update was posted about the patch coming in the month of June. As expected from such a joke, there was a almost immediate backlash to the post. I tell myself this. I tell my students this. The world already has enough amateur comedians as it is. When you try to step out and make a quick joke, oftentimes you think it's a short-term gain. But even if the joke lands, and quite oftentimes, like in this case, it doesn't, it might be a short-term gain, but it's a long-term loss of credibility and respect. And credibility and respect are two things that take years to gain and seconds to lose. So that's what happened with Mcoc Trucos. Because of that, we have this post. I'm not saying it's all because of that, but I'm sure it contributed. I'm taking a break from the page. This stopped being fun for me for a while ago. I never managed to monetize this, so I make literally nothing from the page. I'm having financial problems. Even if I have 2 jobs, this is really becoming more and more difficult to maintain. I will keep playing the game, and maybe one day the page will return with more passion and motivation. If anyone wants to donate something to the page, I would really appreciate it. This is my PayPal QR. Good luck, everyone. And this is where I bring in the failed joke. Never let a video game put your mental health at risk. So big news. Big news. This definitely is a resource that I will sincerely miss for my channel, for the community at large. I don't want one mistake that somebody makes, one bad decision that somebody makes, completely overshadow all the good that they've done. I think it's so easy now to cancel someone and just label them for why you're canceling them and ignore all of the positives that they've contributed over the years. And so this position, I'm sure, is not going to be popular, but I want to still thank Mcoc Trucos for all that you've done for this community over the past several years. And I hope that the break gives you some clarity and is good for your mental health. And hopefully you've learned from the poor decision you made from what you thought was a joke that turned out to not be a joke. We can't expect people to be perfect online. We're human beings. We make mistakes. We make bad decisions. We make poor decisions. If I was not allowed to make any more YouTube videos after I made a mistake or said something dumb, I would not have lasted 1 hour on YouTube. Part of my frustration with where society is right now, and I know this sort of sounds like I'm getting on a soapbox, but is that people say they want growth, right? But growth implies that you have to make mistakes, because in order to grow, you have to learn from those mistakes. But every time somebody makes a mistake, they get banned from growing. So we live in this culture where everybody wants to see perfection, but they also want to see growth, and you can't have both at the same time. So I just want to end this video by reminding people to, when in doubt, be kind and forgiving, because there's a big difference between intention and reality. And sometimes people say things that are just dumb, but they don't realize, because their intention wasn't to come across a certain way, how bad it was until it was too late. And that's also why we've never lived in a more important era than it is to really take a deep breath before you hit that send button. I don't care if you're talking to your parents. I don't care if you're talking to your significant other. I don't care if you're posting a social media post. Mcoc Trucos, thank you for your hard work. This is huge news. You will be missed. And I think the best way to end this video is just to say best of luck. Many in the community are rooting for you, and that is an important takeaway from this video.